lady was pulled off to the side of the road. She had her hazards on. So I turned around. I accidentally cut off a car. I don't know who it was. Then I have rear red and blues. I talked to an officer before. He said it's frowned upon. He didn't say it was illegal. He said it was frowned upon to have them on. I had him on. I was going to have him on for some public safety, but then he pulled up behind me, so I turned him off. So I figured we had 4 cars now with hazards on, so we'll be okay.
Where did this occur at?
Whatever gas station's over there.
At 452?
It's on this road.
Okay, I got you.
That, for that.
2212.
Can I reach for the police officer's card? It's in this.
In a second, in a second. Yeah, we can do that.
All right, yeah. I've already been pulled over before.
For it?
No, not for it. No.
Okay.
It was the Lake County Sheriff's Office, a K-9 unit. I don't remember the name. He got me for speeding. Then he saw the lights, and he's like, "Are you impersonating?" Like, "No, sir. Because I'm part of car clubs.
Okay.
And I haven't really for car clubs.
Sure.
This time I'm like, public safety. I don't want someone to get hit. It's late at night, so I turned them on.
Okay.
Right? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did.
So your intentions of turning them on for what? For what reason? To
public safety.
Yeah, but was it so?
So if a car comes,
was it coming behind you, or did you cut it off to get behind a car, or what?
No, I just turned. I didn't even see him.
Okay.
I don't know if he had his lights off or what.
And that's when you hit it on. So he.
Yeah, I hit him on and I pulled off.
Okay.
So and then he pulled up behind me.
Gotcha.
And I was like, okay, turn him off. And then I saw Lake County. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to lose him, but I left.
Sure.
And then I noticed he was following me, so I just pulled in here. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to cause any trouble. I'm not going to try anything. I'm just going to pull off and let whatever happen happen.
I appreciate it. What's your name, boss man?
Joshua. I have my license.
Are you the registered owner?
Yes, sir.
All right. 22 Eustis. Run the 28 for that Mercedes.
Came back to Joshua.
And do you have 29P, the registered Joshua?
I got a whole bunch of shit here.
Can you do me a favor? Can you turn on your lights real quick just so I can see what we're working with here?
Can I get my keys?
Yep, absolutely.
I have front ones, but they're disconnected from the back.
Okay. So only the back ones are active?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's because they're checking out.
I'm just gonna reach back here.
No firearms or anything like that in the car?
Airsoft gun in the back, in the trunk.
In the trunk, is that it? Okay.
Rifle, pellet gun.
In the trunk?
The trunk.
Okay.
You're not even bright, I'll be honest.
That's fine. I just wanted to see.
Are they on?
Nope. Okay.
I understand people think they say, "Oh, cop."
Yeah, I can see how that's easily construed.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't pull them. I didn't have any on the front. I didn't turn them on. Say, "Hey."
How do you turn them on? You just plug it in the cigarette lighter, or do you have to hit a switch?
It's a cigarette. Well, I have a little button, but at the time I had just flipped them on.
Okay, gotcha.
So
gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I really don't want to get in trouble.
You can get that from the side.
And my intention, like I said, was public safety. But
I got you, bro.
let me get you my license.
Sure. Actually, I already ran it, bro. You're all right. You're all right.
Okay.
If you want to grab the card, that's fine. If you want. Well, how long ago did he stop you?
He didn't stop me. I pulled over, and then I started walking to me.
No, I'm talking about the K9. They gave you this card, right?
A month and a half. No, it wasn't. It was Umatilla Police.
Umatilla PD. Okay.
Yeah. Might be in this one. That's actually my handbook for the car.
But your intention wasn't to stop anybody,
No, it was
correct?
public safety. Like I said, it was on the back, not the front.
I got you.
If it's on the front, that's a big problem.
I got you.
But it's in a move.
Sure, yeah, I got
It's
you.
not a.
I got you.
So let me get my phone. I'm just recording. But I trust you guys.
Yeah, no, it's all good, bro. By all means, I would do just,
And like I said, oh, you wanted the card for the officer?
Yep, if you don't mind.
I hope he doesn't get in trouble.
No.
Joshua,
Previous
where's the lights
citation, by the way.
Where's the lights up front?
We got his information?
Yeah.
Okay. That's legit.
Yeah.
But he said he wasn't trying to stop someone. He was pulling out.
That's legit though? He's a law.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. That's those lights.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
So what?
There was a.
He said he was pulling out Exxon. Car was coming up. He cut him off by accident, so he turned those on to let him know for traffic control, traffic safety.
But the car pulled over though.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, and he was the car behind.
So the car pulled over as soon as the lights went on.
Yeah, and he was the car behind.
But did he get out of his car to approach that guy or no?
Yeah, he said that he got out the car, but then he got out right after that. He said Mercedes Benz.
And then
he looked back, saw him, got him.
Gotcha.
That is incorrect. There was a truck, I believe it was a Chevy. Already pulled over.
Hey,
I didn't
Parker.
even see the car. The car cut off.
Parker, stand by for the questions for a second. If you can have him just stand back here. I don't know if we're gonna read Miami yet, so that's why I'm saying stand by for the questions real quick. I got Kristen out. Yeah, just hang on. I'll be right there. Just someone say 10-12 real quick. I'll make a phone call.
Can I turn these off?
No, leave them on.
Okay.
They're pretty nice.
Yeah, and like I was telling the officer, I just started a car club, and I attend car shows, so I just wanted something interesting. So just Mercedes just sitting there. I had about a month ago, 2 months ago, I had the citation right here, so it has the date on it. That he pulled me over for speeding and following too close, and then he saw those, and he's like, well, get out, research your car, make sure you're not impersonating. He saw that I wasn't impersonating, so he let me go. Obviously, he gave me 2 citations, but
He gave you a citation for the lights?
no,
Okay.
just for the speed and the following too close.
Okay.
I'm sure his name's on here somewhere. I gotta find it. Yeah.
Where was it at?
441. He pulled me over. He turned his lights on at the Home Depot. I pulled into the Publix,
Okay.
and that's where the stop occurred.
So that's gonna be Leesburg.
Yeah, I guess that's Leesburg. Where would I find the name on here?
It should be on the bottom.
I don't see it.
Yep.
He pulled me over. He was
The
a
brick.
canine.
Yes, he's a canine unit.
So excuse me,
Yep.
told me slow down, don't follow too close. He didn't say a whole lot about the lights, other than I could get in trouble for him, even though I don't have them active. My fuck up was I turned him on behind the car. I accidentally cut him off. Didn't even know he was an officer, and I was like, So then, I took off. I didn't run away, but I drove off. And he was following me, so I turned here. No, I turned at the community, drove through. It's like, okay, hopefully he goes away. He didn't. He started following me, so I turned here, drove through there, went to the gas station, noticed he was still there, so I just pulled in here. I was like, you know what? He's probably already has my plates, not even going to try anything. So I'm like, because I don't want anything on my record for fleeing, and I don't want to flee. So I certainly don't want a felony for turning him on for what I was hoping for public safety. But his word against mine.
The dude got out of his, so the car pulled over. The dude got out of his car.
Yeah.
And that's when he saw him, and he saw the Lake County, was like, oh snap, got back in his car. Yeah, I mean, traffic safety, why you can't do car?
I think you ripped those plates out from the windshield, suction cup, and throw them in the back.
I think
That's
so.
what I think happened. He's telling me that they were out and he's obviously mad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, actually, my windshield wiper actually came off. I was pointing was here to fix that.
Yeah,
Literally came right off.
I'm gonna call Chris real quick, let him know what we got.
And actually lit him up. The car actually stopped.
But he was in front of the car that he lit up.
Yes.
Does it have lights in the front and back? Or?
Yeah, so he's now saying the ones in the front are disconnected. I don't think they were disconnected, but there's no proof of that. Everybody was behind him. So if you look, step over here, because I have him turn his lights on.
Okay, and he went to get out to approach the guy. And
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah,
So he was in front of the car, pulled over.
yeah.
Oh, I thought he was behind the car, pulled him over. I was the person that cut him off.
No, so it was a car. It was him, a car, and then the deputy. So the deputy saw the whole thing happen. So when this guy stopped in front of this dude with the lights on, the deputy was like, "That's weird. That's a Mercedes-Benz. I've never seen it unmarked like that."
We don't know who the person they pulled over is, right?
No.
All right, let me go do some research and I'll figure it out. What do you think?
You just need a different color, man. Those colors is obviously
They were supposed to be amber, believe it or not.
that's more like the color that will be for traffic.
I can try to switch the light bulbs out. Just don't know how. I have to take it apart.
Yeah.
But, I mean, unless you guys confiscate them, which probably wouldn't be a horrible idea. So I don't get in trouble again.
Yeah, because those lights are obviously emergency lights.
They're what?
They're obviously emergency lights.
Yeah.
Traffic light will be amber or whatever other color.
Amber and white.
Amber, white.
Sorry to bother y'all.
No, this is part of our job. This is what we do.
What's your name? Santos?
Santos, yes sir.
It would be better to meet you under better circumstances, but nice
True,
to meet you.
true, likewise.
And I didn't speed away from him, so
Okay.
if he says that, I didn't do that. Yeah. And then I saw him drive here. I'm like, yep, you got my plates, and then he parked right back over there. So I already called my mom, so she said if I do go to jail, she said to call her if that's okay. I'm talking to him too. I got a question about getting a medical marijuana card. If you have a medical marijuana card and you have THC in the car and you get pulled over, if they see that, can you get arrested for that? Even if you have a card?
No, you tell them that you have a card, and then they could go further as to wanting to see what you have, because a lot of people get the card but still buy it on the streets and try to use the card as a gateway for them to have illegal narcotics. Because if you have marijuana from the streets, then it's not legal.
No. I couldn't do a blunt.
Yeah, so
Can I please grab my vape?
one moment.
Okay.
Just wait until they come back.
Okay.
But yeah, to answer your question, that's, some officers, they just check that you have a marijuana card and have a good day.
Because I have been told that if you have one that you can take it apart, put it in different parts of the car. That's what I was told.
If you have a what?
If you have like one of them pens you can take apart, I don't know. I don't do it, so I just don't know how.
Okay.
But just can't stay out of trouble.
How long ago you got them installed?
A couple weeks before I got pulled over. Like maybe a week and a half before. I had whatever they arrived from Amazon. So, like I was telling him, most of the time I take them off, but I'm just too busy sometimes. I just forget about them. So, but, and then when I did have grow lights that Lake County ripped off. They they pulled them out. So I was like, okay, they gave them back to me, but I'm not able to repair them, so I just threw them away.
With those colors?
Yeah.
Yeah, that why.
39,
So that's why.
22.
This doesn't even look like a cop car, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean,
I was just surprised. She was pulled over in Leesburg recently. Violet County, so it's actually involved.
Is that my talking about me? Yeah.
last time for.
You know how 441, a lot of it's 55?
Yeah.
Coming down that hill in hurricanes.
Yeah.
Drops to 45. They got me. 69 and 45. So.
Yeah, that hill is. Every hill is like.
It's like a cop underneath the hill, like waiting for you.
Oh, well.
Is it a felony?
Depends what. There's multiple things that can be charged. So.
Mind listing a few, so I know what I'm up against?
It will be either the impersonating, or I'm pretty sure there's another one just for the lights.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure there's another one just for the lights. There's more.
Oh, improper use of equipment? Something like that?
Something that has to do with the lights only being for emergency vehicles.
Okay, I hope I get that ticket.
Yeah, that's a ticket.
I already got 6 points on my license. I was about to do traffic school
Oh, bro.
tomorrow.
For that one?
No. Oh, yes, for this one. There's the other ones in there somewhere with the traffic school name on it.
So the time that they pulled it out of the front, that was the same time?
Yeah, but I hadn't turned on any of them, and I had, at the time, had these both disconnected.
Okay. But that was
the front you can't disconnect because it's connected right to the battery.
But that was the same time. So when you got stopped for
22 to 43, can you read it, Miranda?
26.
I think. But he ripped them out, so I couldn't use them.
Hey brother, this doesn't mean you're going to jail or anything like that. It just gives me a right to talk to you.
Right.
So I'm gonna read you Miranda, right?
Miranda.
Okay.
So you have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer any questions. Anything you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police, and to have one present during questioning now or in the future. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you before any questioning. If you decide at any time to exercise these rights and not have any questions, and not have any answers or make statements, do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you?
Yes, I have a question.
Having those rights remind you what you talk to me? Hey brother, this doesn't mean you're going to jail or anything like that. It just gives me a right to talk to you. Okay? He's going to read you Miranda.
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer questions. You have the right to consult an attorney.
Yes, I have a question.
What? Having those rights remind you what you talk to me?
If I don't talk to you, will I go to jail?
That's still to be determined. We're still investigating. That's the reason why I want basically your side, and that's the reason why I'm asking if you would like to talk to us or not. But
if I could explain my study, I think it would be better. Yes.
Sure.
My dad is actually an attorney, not a criminal defense attorney.
Okay. So are you agreeing to talk to us, or you're not? It's within your rights to say yes or no.
No, I think I've explained to you.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's just nothing personal.
No, I get it, brother.
I've been told by my father.
No, that's fine.
And
Listen.
it's no disrespect.
No. Listen, bro. It's within your. It's your right. It's nothing's taken personal, or anything like that.
Yeah, and like I was telling Officer Santos at the time when I got this.
Well, I can't talk to you now.
Oh, okay. Well, what if I say yes?
Well, then I can talk to you, but then he would have to. I would have him reread it, just so there's no confusion.
Okay.
Would you like him to reread it?
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
So you have the right to remain silent to use any questions. So you may be used against him for a law.
I see.
You want to like this for
Yep. I think he just pulled it down. That's all he did was pull it down.
decide at any time to exercise his rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights that I have explained to you?
Yes.
Having this right to mine, do you wish to take this?
Is this yours?
Yes.
Okay. Quick question.
Okay.
All right. And I want you to be totally honest with me. At any time prior to us making contact with you, when was the last time your fronts worked?
The fronts worked. When my friend was over, we were putting him on
When was that?
his last weekend.
Okay. So at any reason, they wouldn't have been on today? When you turned your lights on, your rear lights on, did your fronts come on for any reason? Even for a split second, anything like that? Okay.
No,
He
sir.
advised Lake County.
Lake County?
Left them off the last time.
I did have grow lights. They ripped them out, so I have no use for them.
So you have no lights in the front?
No lights in the front.
Is there any reason why a car would have stopped in front of you thinking you were the police if only your backs worked?
So, like I was explaining to Officer Santos, I think, that's true. There was I don't want to say DOT because I don't know what type of vehicle, commercial vehicle it was. It had lights on the very top,
Sure.
moving in a left motion.
Okay.
And he was already pulled over. Like, that guy had already been pulled over at that time. When I pulled out, I had a green light.
Okay.
So I turned left. Either he ran the light or I'm just blind as bat.
The DOT or the car in front of you?
The car behind me. Like, the
Okay.
car that I cut off on accident, I had a green light. I can say that. I had a green light. So I went.
Do you know what color the car was behind you?
It was a white car.
Okay.
I believe it was the Cadillac that was sitting over there.
Okay.
And like I was telling him, wasn't fleeing. I just saw it was a deputy. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then once I saw that everything was good, he had a jack, tire out already. I left, turned into the community. Noticed he followed me. So at that time, I didn't know if it was the officer or not.
Okay.
But I was like, someone's following me with their lights off. It's a little weird.
Sure.
So then I proceeded to go here, turn left, turn into this parking lot right at that sign.
And it
Through
came
here, yes,
Okay.
past a Mustang with green underglow, I believe it was. Went back into that gas station.
Now this is tonight.
This is tonight. This happened today, right? And then I noticed he was still there, so I just pulled off, and I'm like, I'm guessing that's that officer.
Sure.
So pulled off here,
and just waited.
turned the car off, put the keys on top, open, started to walk. He said, "Stay right where you are." So I did. I sat back, and I had my feet out.
Yep, I remember.
Just like this.
Just like
and then
that.
once the spotlight, I went like that.
Yep, I remember.
So I'm
Okay.
like, I'm not
So,
going to cause anything.
sorry. So you cut the first car off, correct?
Correct. On accident.
All right.
Mistake.
So you activate your lights. So
Then I turned these lights on, pulled over, and then had them on.
did a car in front of you pull over as well?
It was already pulled over.
Okay. So the car in front of you was already pulled
It was
over.
already pulled over. It
Okay.
had come to a complete stop, and I believe the guy had already been out and talking to the lady.
Okay.
And then I turned him off,
Okay.
hopped out, saw it was the sheriff, grabbed my flashlight
What was your intentions of hopping out?
to see if she needed assistance.
The people in front of you.
Yes, the
Okay.
lady had, I believe it was a black car, I don't know what make and model.
Okay.
So I went out, I said, "Do you need any help?" She said, "No, I'm okay." The guy had pulled out his jack and was coming to the back of he was like pulling it out of the back of his bed.
Sure.
Then I hopped in and left.
Okay. So you had grill lights. You didn't ever. Did you ever have like a suction light up here?
Yeah, you can see a suction cup up there.
Okay. And those were ripped out, or how? Or
Just pull them off.
so they're just pulled off.
Yeah.
So if I put them back in a cigarette lighter, will they activate? Will they work?
Yes.
Okay. So.
They will, but at the time they were not activated.
Okay, but were they?
If you go back to them, you can. I'm pretty sure they can say
that it was not on.
It was not on.
Okay.
If you don't believe me,
no, I'm just trying to get I'm trying to get the story straight.
No, I got you.
Okay. All right, give me 2 seconds, buddy. All right.
Yes, sir.
How old are you, my man?
18.
18. Okay. 18. Okay.
Had my license for 2 months.
2 months?
2 months.
Oh man, you got yourself in a lot of trouble for 2 months.
Not intentional.
Yeah?
The first time, yeah, it was my mistake. But this time,
Yeah.
I was trying to help somebody and it backfired majorly. To be fair, my fault. I turned him on. I shouldn't have. And I admit that. But yeah, the first time the canine pulled me over, I was shaking. It's the first time I've been pulled over, or been in a car that's been pulled over. So I didn't know what to do. I was like this, and an officer or deputy was like, "Man, why are you so nervous? You're making me nervous." I'm like, "This is my first time getting pulled over. Like, getting in trouble." But like I was explaining to the officer that was just here talking to me, this card, I have talked to Officer Marcus. I don't know if that's his first or last name. And I said,
From where?
Sorry?
From where?
Umatilla. PD. And I was like, "Hey man, can I get a picture of the car?" He's like, "Sure." We went up to the park that's up there, right by the right across from the orange factory. And I said, he's like, "Hey, look man, my sergeant said, or whatever, said I can't have a photo with your lights and my lights." I said, "Can I turn it on for you?" He said, "Yeah, sure." So I showed him. And I said, I've actually talked to a handful of cops, but this guy said, it's frowned upon to have them on because you're not a police officer, not with any agency. But I understand that if it's for public safety, so no one gets hit, I understand that. He said, it's not exactly that you can't do it, but you shouldn't. But at the same time, you're not allowed to do it, if that makes any sense.
If it was, like I said, if it was different colors,
Different story.
Completely different story. It would have been gone already. But even if you have red underglow, blue underglow, you can be stopped. The lights, red and blue is for emergency vehicles only.
Oh, so you can't even have a still blue light underneath?
No.
I had underglow, but some kids ripped it off.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, if you have red underglow.
I like dark purple.
If you have red underglow or blue underglow, you're still getting stopped. Motorcycles too. Some motorcycles have.
I think one of my buddies got pulled over because he had blue lights on underneath. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Even if you have blue headlights, you can't have blue or red.
What if it's RGB where it's multicolor underneath, where it goes red, green, purple, blue, orange?
Yeah, that's alright. But if it's steady reds, or if it just goes red and blue, then we can't have those.
That's it?
Yeah.
You buying it? You buying it? Yeah, he was taking a little longer than I liked to answer some questions.
He said the car that was already pulled over and someone could have ejected the car.
All right, here I got Victor. He just interviewed him. What did he say?
So basically, he's saying that he cut him off, which is accurate, right? He turns on his lights, but then he starts pulling over because people were inside the road and he wanted to check if they needed help.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he exited his vehicle to go check on her, saw him.
So I just talked to him. So if he's that concerned about this vehicle, this guy said, the guy literally said, because he got out of his car to approach the car in front of him, and the deputy got out, and the guy looks at him and goes, oh shit. And he gets it back in his car and hauls ass. And then goes through this wild chase through...
and he explained that too.
But I mean, there's a deputy. Why would he be running from a deputy? That's clearly a deputy. He's dressed in
cowboy boots, jeans,
cowboy boots, and a white yeah.
So the fronts do work. They're just suctioned up. And he just took them off.
So why did he take them off?
He's saying they were never activated. I just don't believe it.
That deputy just said they were.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
I absolutely don't.
He said, so I asked him specifically, if I plug them in, will they work? And he said, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. He had a whole elaborate setup. And this guy saying, yeah, they weren't plugged in, they weren't working.
He says the only ones working were the rear.
My thing is, as far as the lights are concerned, I mean, I think we could definitely get that, which is a misdemeanor. But I mean, okay, number one, why would you cut this guy off? You turn your lights on. You're turning your lights on to get him to stop so you can pull over behind the car that's broken down. I have a hard time believing him having. Absolutely. Yep. And my concern, and also I think what also helps us prove it, is his actions after the fact. He sees a deputy in uniform, and the first thing that he says is, "Oh shit." Yeah, corrections. But I mean, it's green uniform, gun belt, everything. He looks straight up like a regular deputy.
And he still calls him a deputy. He's like, I saw the deputy.
And so why do you run if it was a deputy?
And then first thing I said, hey man, what's going on? The first thing he says to me was, I effed up.
Whoa, what?
The first thing he says to me was, I effed up.
Yeah, Victor went Mirandized him and interviewed him. The first thing he said to him was, I fucked up. So, I mean, I think between no weapons or anything on him?
2 airsoft guns in the trunk.
2 airsoft guns? Rifles. Like rifles like ARs?
Well, one, I haven't searched the car because
yeah, well, we're probably going to be towing it here in a second, so.
But he's saying there's an AR and a BB gun, right? So
AR's
airsoft and a BB gun.
Which is kind of scary, too. You know, what the fuck? You Matillo, he's what, 18?
Yeah.
18 years old.
18 years.
Where do you get the lights from?
I haven't gone that far yet.
Okay.
He said someone told him they were legal. They're definitely not legal.
Yeah, because I don't think the corrections deputy even told him to stop whenever he just got out of the car and said, hey.
So when they got here.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yep. And then he comes out and. So, I mean, in my opinion, you got the light thing, which is a misdemeanor, and then you got the impersonating officer, which is a felony. Impersonating officer, okay. Yeah, that's because I agree with you. Like you said, I mean, he did that to make traffic yield, so he could get behind this car. And really, of all the lights that we need to ask him where he got them from before we hook them, so that way we drink some information. But I mean, it was obvious what the reason was. He wanted to look like a cop. All right.
He tells me.
And plus, you got an airsoft AR. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Because I mean, plus he had it in Leesburg, unless Leesburg pulled him for a similar thing.
The county did. In Leesburg. Yes.
In Leesburg, and what did they do?
I think they told him the fronts are illegal.
Oh, they told him that the fronts were illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said they ripped them out. They're still functional.
Yeah.
They just took the suction off.
Yeah, it's a suction cup. Yeah. So, I mean, he literally just got one. Yeah. They're visible from the front.
I saved up every penny for this car. It's $10,000.
It's a nice car.
It was. It's 30. One back road will mess up a car.
I had an E300 when I was young.
The C300?
The E.
What's that?
E-Class instead of C-Class. That's C-Class. There's another.
I didn't even know there was an E.
Yeah.
No idea.
There's a C, a S, And now there's more. Now there's an A. There's A.
S class.
CS.
CLK or KLC, something like that.
Yeah, that's CLA. CLA.
CLA, that's what it is.
That's where you live, Umatilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time when I got pulled over, I was living with my grandparents for 4 months. And I moved back.
Okay.
Got any crazy stories?
After a while, they don't even become crazy. They just become normal. So when people ask the question, like you asked me that when I first started, I'll be like, oh yeah, but now it's not even crazy no more. It's just another day.
What do you normally get calls for on a daily basis?
Domestics.
Domestic?
Yeah, domestics, arguments, disturbance.
Hey, just out of curiosity, where would you get lights like Hey, just out of curiosity, where would you get lights like
Amazon.
Amazon? How much you pay for them?
I can't tell you the exact. I can look it up if you would like.
How long ago did you get them?
Like I told him, like 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay.
Like a couple weeks before I got pulled over.
Okay.
And I don't have them on at all most of the time. But when my friend came over last weekend, I had them on and I just didn't take them off.
Gotcha.
I forgot to take them off.
And what was the purpose for purchasing them?
Car shows.
For at car shows.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I don't know who I'm telling at this point. I just started a car club.
Okay.
And we don't do rowdy stuff.
I got you.
Because we don't want to get kicked out of places and stuff. It's a Mercedes car club.
Okay.
So currently, 2 members, including me. And our purpose is just to show off modifications.
Sure. Cool.
And that's what it was for. And then my buddy, he hadn't seen him, and then last weekend he came over. I showed him, and I reinstalled him because I normally keep him in my trunk. I reinstalled him and I showed him, and then just never took him off.
Gotcha. Have you ever tried to do this before?
Pulled somebody over?
Yeah.
No, I have not. Never.
Okay.
That's dumb. And like I was telling the UPD that it was for, if I'm going to turn them on, it's going to be that moving, and it's going to be public safety.
Okay.
Because
But do you understand the concern that someone
improper use of emergency vehicle lights?
Yeah, they don't know the difference.
I would assume people would see, a Mercedes with a whistler and think, oh, that's not.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
But yeah.
So let me ask you this: so when the deputy came out, what was your thoughts?
Oh shit.
Sure.
I mean, that's anybody's thought, and I was like,
What do you think he was thinking?
who's that?
The deputy.
Yeah, he's like, who's that?
Sure, of course. I
I don't blame him.
But here's my question to you, brother: is at that time, you should have approached him and said, "Hey, listen, this was the reason," instead of jumping in your car and taking off. And I get it. Maybe you were scared. You didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I was like, if I, because I'm not eluding.
Sure.
He didn't have lights. He didn't have anything.
Yep.
So technically, not eluding.
Nope, you're right.
So
You're right.
I got in my car and I left, and hopefully that's the end of it.
Sure.
And then I saw a car following me. I didn't know exactly if it was him or not.
Sure.
So I drove around a little bit, and then I pulled it. Like I said, I came in here, pulled over there, pulled in the gas station, sat there.
Gotcha.
Saw the little car, Cadillac, the same car that pulled up behind me. Had its lights off, sitting there looking at me. So I just drove over here, stopped there. It was like, you can come talk to me. I'm gonna pull over for you.
Sure.
And then he was just driving in circles, so I just pulled up here, parked, turned my car off, put the keys on top of the hood.
Josh, do me a favor, stand up for me, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Just do me a favor. Sure, fetch that way for a second. Phone together?
Am I getting directed? I am.
Yes, sir. You are going to be placed under arrest
Can I
today.
call my mother?
I'll let you call your mom, man. Just give me a second, okay?
Okay. And what is this? Is this a felony?
The impersonation of a police officer is a felony.
So I'm getting impersonating.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way I can get off my record?
Well, that's something not from us. We have no control over that. That's between the judge and the judicial system.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. So listen, I'm going to ask you real quick, man. I don't think you did. I'm going to ask you anyway.
Along with and I got space. One's not nicotine, one is disposable.
You want to see those change with you, or do you want me to do it?
Doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
So if I get a felony, I really can't get a good job.
Well, not necessarily, man. It's a charge. It's not.
How long
It's,
do people stay in jail for that?
well, you'll be eligible for bond tonight. And it's not a conviction. It's a charge. The felonies don't mean nothing until they're a conviction.
So I can plead my case to the judge.
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
And that's up to him.
Innocent before proven guilty. Right now, we have to.
Oh, I got it. I did. Oh, I do also have a pocket knife, and it's in the car.
That's fine.
And once, I saw y'all roll up, I took it out of my pocket.
I appreciate it.
You like anything that got poking stinking? No, I can take it off my car. It's impossible to get back on.
22 Eustis. Can we have next rotation route reference this vehicle? That's 10-4.
Yeah.
Just like ours, the switch, but that's going to be for the front. So I'm just going to plug this into a cigarette lighter.
What is that? Is that an organizer? Oh, no, that's just...
But here's this. So what gets me is I can tell they've been ripped recently. This one
Are
has...
they in the back seat like this?
Yeah, but this one has how many?
Yeah.
2, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at that corner of his, the dash right there,
Yeah.
the other one's still up.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to plug it in real quick.
Get there.
There's a meeting that's been actual prior for the PX last summer. I was over for 33 in 2021.
26 is today, right?
Yeah.
That for record, 26 you need to be doing. Why don't we just give it to somebody else? Why don't you keep checking with me?
They want to mess with you. You're the sergeant. You're supposed to have all the answers.
Oh, this is cool.
What is it?
Totally up. So this is how he does it.
Yeah, full controller.
Yep, so let's make sure we get all pictures, especially.
Let me see
And
that.
I want to try to get them before you fondle them, so that way it shows them exactly where they were at.
Okay. Take a picture?
Yeah,
Load up
sure.
the trunk. I'm really curious to see about these guns. Get to set it on there.
Parker needs to collect his cash before we open that, though.
And apparently, Parky wanted to hear this, but Santos said that he told him that he'd been stopped by Umatilla and told about the flight steal.
Well,
So he's photographed him.
So I asked him under Miranda,
Yeah.
what was your first words to the deputy? And he goes, oh shit. I said, and why was that? He goes, because I knew I messed up and, I said, so yeah, what do you think he was thinking? Who is that? I'm like, yeah. So, yes, consciously, hold on, don't pop it yet, because his change is all going to fall.
Oh, I guess it's changed. So, all at the wall. What are we going to see?
It's registered to him. Let me know when you're ready, Bubba.
digging. I'm getting.
So I'm thinking maybe that misdemeanor charge too. Now that we have.
That's what I said.
Because the captain, he's fed up with this. Because I guess this is the second one in 3 weeks we've had, and this guy's already basically had all the warnings you can think of with acting like that.
What are they hidden? Oh goodness gracious!
Oh, yeah. Let's hey, don't
Yeah.
fuck with it. Hey, Arthur, let's get some photographs real quick before you.
It's a Glock imitation right there.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. All day.
And I'm also back up so it shows what relation to the trunk it is. Yeah, this is very worrisome.
This must be the rifle on here.
Yeah. Hey, can you just make sure that's cleared?
Yeah, that looks real.
It does.
Looks really real.
Yeah, let me get my nose to the gloves on. I'm not touching anything.
Yeah.
After that, we might as well. He's getting a statement right now.
Okay.
So we'll need to get him to.
Give me his glove on. Apparently I lost my mind.
Actually,
in your pocket.
really weird. I do have one.
Pocket?
Yes.
Perfect. Along with some paraphernalia right there.
No, that's just a wrapper. Probably Special Advance number that she wanted the police to call. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, there, so. Sure as hell looks real to me.
That'll get you shot.
Captain only wants to.
I say both. I'm just saying.
No, the
But
captain doesn't want to collect these guns.
I'd collect that minimum. The other one's in a rifle case, but I'd definitely collect that. It's the same type. It's the same type of gun we carry.
Tactics.
Perfect.